do what it do. Let it do what it do, what it do.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm gonna up the level with them every time.
Shakur!
I mean what I say, lines only put.
Oh! Charlo just dropped Lewin with that sweeping right and goes down face first. It's over.
What it do, what it do, what it do. What's going on? This is your boy, KQKC BOXING NETWORK. And we got about 10 right now looking on. All right, come on in and join the chat. This is the morning after show. Me, KQKC, and Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on, Knockout?
What's going on, man? Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody in the building. Y'all please hit that like button. Let's have a great show, man. It's great to be back on a Sunday morning. We had a few weeks off.
Yes, sir.
We back working, man. We back working. Salute to you. One of your favorite fighters won last night. I know you're excited.
Yeah, man. Of course, most definitely. And he came in shape and he closed the show. Well, he didn't go the distance, but he was the underdog last night. If you look at that whole card last night, all the underdogs won. All of them won last night, if I'm not mistaken. So sometimes, that's how, the ball bounces. So he's a unified champion. What's up, Thomas Hill? I see you. Yes, sir.
What up, Thomas? Salute, bro.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with you? Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
So, man, we got so many fights to cover. We got a lot of big news to cover. You were talking about this young man before we ever got started, KQ, before everybody came in here. And that's Emiliano Vargas. You like the way he fought yesterday? You thought he passed a stiff test from a tough Argentinian. Man, what's your thoughts on Emiliano Vargas and kind of where he's at and kind of the performance he put on last night?
This young man, I've been watching him real closely because I thought he was just kind of like a C plus fighter. But he's getting better, man, every fight. And he's fighting better competition. And now last night he's fitting into that weight class real well, and he's starting to be a dog, man. I mean, he had a tough Argentina last night, and of course, if that Argentina would have connected, he could have gotten knocked out. But he showed the grit. He showed that he's a dog too, and he stood there and he traded with him. And so, I mean, Quintana. He was tough, but he just didn't have enough because Vargas, before it was over with, Vargas was pretty much busting him up already. And but he showed heart, and all them guys over Argentina, they are tough. So I mean, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all, So, and I appreciate that fight about Vargas too, because he showed up and showed out. And I'm talking about the card was great, man.
That showing up. Yeah. Them Arizona cards, man, when them boys be fighting in their little stadium in Arizona, they I don't know what it is, the Mexican fans or the water in the arena, the hotel, them boys, I don't know what it is, but them Arizona cards, they be jam packed, man. They be lit. That's where your boy Navarrete, he stopped Oscar Duarte. Not Oscar Duarte, Oscar Valdez in that same in that same arena. So them boys be fighting, man. When they put the Mexicans on that card in Phoenix, Arizona, in that stadium, I'm always tuning into it, man. Them boys be throwing that leather, man.
Hey, Knockout, just let me holler at a couple of people like Young World. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kurt Hurd, what's going on, brother? All right, quick in the building. All right, salute to you, Thomas Hill. I already saw you, my man, and my man Deluxe is up in here. And let's see, and just call me a GB. All right, grand risings to the bowl, KQKC. Appreciate you, bro. All right.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Hit the like button. Donate to the channel. Hit that super chat for KQKC. Yes, show some support. But Emiliano Vargas, though, is I was about to say, he did put on a good performance. I like the dog that he showed. I like that he he showed he could still kind of break down an opponent that's not there to just roll over, because you know how Top Rank do. For Emiliano Vargas' career so far, they've been putting dudes in front of him that provided no resistance. So, like you, I always had the question, what would happen when you put somebody in front of him that's going to be resistant, that's going to punch back, that's going to try to throw with him, that's going to not just be there to lose, but actually come and try to win. Well, he made the boy look like a raccoon, busted up both his eyes, kept going until the ref made him stop, showed a good gas tank. And let this be a lesson to guys like Frank Martin. I was watching Emiliano Vargas last night, KQ, and I was thinking about Frank Martin. You put them side by side. Frank Martin got all these muscles. You know, he doing all these squats and all these lifts and looking strong. Boy, he couldn't dare show the type of gas tank that Emiliano Vargas showed last night, man. Little skinny dude. Little skinny dude with no arm definition, no muscles. He's just in that thing working, and it's because he's training the right way. And I like to see that gas. And I just imagine a collision course one day with Emiliano Vargas and Abdullah Mason. Oh my God, bro! Like that.
Wow.
Boys, Top Rank got both of them under contract. I can't wait to see that fight one day in the near future. But good performance from him. I want to see him continue to step up in competition. And it's time for him to get him a title eliminator. You know, it's time for him to try to become a world champion, man, and keep this thing going, because he really looked like he could be something, man. So salute to him. Good win. And I'm excited for him, man.
Okay. Yes, sir. Shout out to Quick in the Cash App. And shout out to Kurt Hurd in the Cash App. I appreciate both of you all. All right.
Yeah, salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all supporting OG. Kurt Hurd dropped the $8 Cash App to me as well. Appreciate you, bro. He says for the morning after show. Appreciate you, big dog. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for your and then I think Kui in the Cash App too, with the 10 piece in the Cash App. She says keep cooking. Yeah, we're gonna keep cooking. We got you for sure.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, KQ. What were you about to say, bro?
I'm gonna say that Navarrete, he was in shape last night. I just want to say this because you was talking about in shape and the muscles and things like that. They said, the commentators, I went back and looked at the fight, by myself, and he wasn't even breathing hard at all. They said it stood right next to him right after the fight. He wasn't busted up, and he'd never be busted up. And he wasn't breathing hard at all. It's like he could just go step out the ring and go home and go party or something like that. He was in shape and he was ready. He took that fight seriously, so and I like to see him do that, because one time he was out of shape. I mean, he was really out of shape. I forgot what fight that was, but he was really out of shape, but he took it seriously last night, and he closed that show. He closed that card, man.
Yeah, let's we could talk about him, because there's a lot of topics to cover outside the ring. We could talk about that fight. Just talk about the fight then. What you said he was in shape, he didn't look tired. Just what did you think of his performance? He retained his titles. He ended up stopping Nunez late in the fight in the championship rounds. But what do you think of Emmanuel Navarrete going over to the zone, because he's a top ranked fighter, going to enemy territory and going there and snatching that belt and coming back home? What you think about that, man?
Well, he kind of like put a frown on Eddie Hearn's face last night. Eddie Hearn was looking like, real sad looking at Nunez. Nunez is a better fighter than that. I would say that. And Nunez, I think, and I could be wrong, I think that's the first stage he been on that was that big. He fought over in Mexico and got his belt over there. That was a small venue. That wasn't the biggest what he went last night. And I think maybe he was a little bit nervous, especially in the first round, second round. I had Andrew Charles was telling me, hey, man, KQ, man, he got to fight. Why he not fighting? He didn't establish that jab. Of course, he was doing a little movement, whatever. Navarrete just was, jumping in, feinting, and letting him bite off the feint, stutter stepping, and overhand right. Then you know how he has a long reach, Navarrete. He has a long reach. He know how to throw that left hand like that, and catch you right behind the ear, So Nunez still, he turned it up though. I guess his corner told him, look here, man, you got to step it up, because you 3 down. Because I have him for the win in the first 3 rounds. Never ready. So here come Nuez. Nuez come out there, man, and start turning it up. Now, Reggie, stay off the ropes. Because that was Nuez bread and butter last night. He was able to shoe shine. He was able to catch him with the left a lot of times. And he was doubling, tripling up with the left hand. Then, of course, Naretti, a fight broke out once he started doing that, baby. Man, he started fighting back, and he got them gorilla long arms, and he can catch Nuez easily. And then that's when he started busting them up in round 5 and 6. So, but it was a good fight, man. I enjoyed that card. I enjoyed that main event, man. And, you know, that was the name of the title of that show was King of Mexico. That's what they called it. And one thing about it, they're ready to show them that it's levels to this game, baby. So, but that's all I got, man. But that was a good fight.
Yeah.
You know, it speaks for itself.
Man, the channel members on my channel, they know I said this before the fight because I had your guy beating Sugar Nunez. It's just something about your boy.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Had him an underdog. Wow.
Oh no, I hit on him and we won, and we got the Elijah Pierce got upset last night too on Prime Video. He lost to Lorenzo Parra. We got that one too. But Tamir Smalls, the undercard dude, he messed up the whole parlay because he lost to Abel freaking Ramos. But that's a whole nother conversation. But we hit on a couple of upsets. We got some upsets right for sure last night. And this was one of them. But something about your boy, bro. When he's fighting other Mexicans, dog, he trains harder. He takes them more serious. He be in dog shape, and he do not like to lose to other Mexicans, bro. Oscar Valdez, Joet Gonzalez, he be beating them boys up. They always look crazy when they get out the ring with Emmanuel Navarrete, bro. And it was a lot of what you said. He was too awkward for Sugar Nunez. He was too long, too rangy. He came from a bunch of different angles. And Sugar Nunez, the person for the first 3 rounds, I didn't recognize that fighter. Moving around on your back foot, trying to establish his He is a high guard, seek and destroy, strong, powerful fighter. But I think he underestimated maybe the length of Navarrete had him messed up. Maybe he didn't think Navarrete was going to be able to close the distance that fast with his combinations. But Navarrete was doing what he do. KQ throwing them combos and uppercuts from far out, wrapping that stuff around his guard, coming from underneath his guard when he couldn't see it. He was busting that boy up, man. He got the job done. I tell you what, everybody saw O'Shaquie Foster in attendance, right? And that would be a good fight with him and Navarrete for supremacy at 130 pounds. But I tell you a fight that I want to see, man. I want to see your boy Emmanuel Navarrete get in the ring with the featherweight champion Rafael Espinosa. I want to see Rafael Espinosa move up and fight Emmanuel Navarrete. I think that fight is going. I think that's fight of the year. Can't like fight of the year written all over it if them boys match up. But he did his thing. He got the job done. And you know, if I can't get my dream fight, which would be that, I would not mind watching Emmanuel Navarrete take on O'Shaquie Foster. That style matchup. That's a tough fight for Shakur. It's a real tough fight for Shakur if Emmanuel Navarrete showed up how he did last night. But congratulations to him. Congratulations to you, because I know that's one of your favorite fighters. Yeah, that boy got it done. That boy got it done last night, man. He was too much for Nunez, man.
Now,
that's all I got on the road.
Okay. Let me just say this real fast. We can move on. Now, what I think is a lot of his opponents, they underestimate the distance. And what I mean by the distance, they don't know how long his reach and arms are. And they think they are pretty much got the placement and distance correctly, but they don't, because they're getting hit a lot because they can't establish the way he fights. He doesn't have fundamental style. He's an awkward type of fighter. You don't know where the punches might come from. And that's the thing about it. And that's why he got to, you know, they got to fight and figure him out, you know. But still, do you put Raymond Ford in that conversation?
Nah, I think when you struggle with Edwin Vasquez, who was on the Pro Box Card TV this weekend, by the way, got a W against a tune-up. But When you struggle against Edwin Vasquez, bro, when you Raymond Ford won his title at 126 in the WBA. I forgot the dude's name, but he was a pressure fighter that Raymond Ford struggled with. When you having knockdown, drag out fights with guys like Nick Ball, I think man, when I rotate, mess around and stop Raymond Ford, man. I'm not even playing with you. I think Raymond Ford mess around and get stopped by man when I rotate. I don't think he can do nothing. I don't think he can do nothing with that boy. I don't think he can do nothing with him because Emmanuel Navarrete, he throw in too much volume. He too awkward, and he's not gonna stop throwing punches, bro. And he's better and quicker and longer. And like you said, people misjudge him because they don't expect him to be that quick or expect him to close the distance that fast. But he's a hell of an offensive fighter, man.
Yeah,
and I think he punching all through that little broke shoulder roll Raymond Ford got, man.
Yeah, you're right, Kurt. Yes, definitely. He had a nutritionist. This is his first time having a nutritionist, so that's why he was in impeccable shape last night. So no little belly on him or nothing like that. So, all right.
You bought up Ray Ford, KQ. He was going back and forth with Shakur Foster. They had a little face off.
Wow, I didn't see that.
On the side of the ring, they was talking. They talked to each other, man. What do you think of that fight? Would you like to see Shakur Foster fight Ray Ford? Remember, Shakur said you got to fight Ray Ford before you get a shot against me. You know, he threw Ray Ford as a barrier between him and Shakur Foster. What do you think of that fight between Shakur Foster and Ray Ford if them boys get it on?
Well, first of all, you can't count on Shakur fighting you anyway. He's just do a lot of talk, and I like to see more action than talk. But if Ray Ford fight Shakur Foster is kind of now starting to get in his fit in real well at his weight class and his style of fighting. And I think Shakur just too fundamentally sound than on Ray Ford. And of course, Shakur gonna establish that distance between both of them, and he's just gonna walk them down and start sitting down on his punches and beating them down. That's what I see. I don't think Raymond Ford is that good like people think he is. And especially Shakur want all the smoke, and he doesn't matter who he go through to get it. And I like that. Now, he's not a big power puncher where he gonna knock you out with one punch. I mean, he will have to throw in combination. He can do it, but still in all, he got a crazy jab. He switches from orthodox to southpaw, and that might confuse Ray Ford. And no disrespect to Ray Ford though, but he's just not that polished like Shakur is. He's not that polished like him, and I don't think he can handle him at all.
Yeah, I think Shakur Foster is a problem. He's a tough matchup, and it's because of what you said, right? Mm-hmm. He can switch stances, but when switching stances, he's so good at just keeping that distance and just staying active and just running shots straight at you down the middle. And if you try to use head movement, he can change the trajectory of those shots, but he's throwing in straight lines while also having good footwork and being elusive with his defense. And that's why Stephen Fulton looked like a fish out of water. He just kept, every time he tried to break the distance, it's just a jab right there, a straight right there, a jab right there, straight right there. He couldn't do nothing but just keep getting punched on. And I don't see Raymond Ford being able to break that distance because his shoulder roll is a shoulder roll that keeps him on a straight line. And Shakur Foster going to be running stuff down the middle on him the whole time. And when they were next to each other, KQ, I didn't realize this. Shakur Foster was way taller than him. He looked way bigger than him. And Raymond Ford, when you fight on your back foot and you like to fight with distance, it's gonna be tough to deal with Shakur Foster. And I believe that's why Shakur Stevenson is hesitant. Because Shakur Foster will have an ability to say, okay, you just stay right there on your back foot. I'm longer than you. I'm gonna keep working my jab, make it look like I'm more active than you. And every now and then I'm gonna throw the backhand behind it, and I'm gonna look to land that, and you're gonna have to find a way to get on your front foot. You're gonna have to find a way to be the aggressor. You're gonna have to find a way to try to walk me down. And it's gonna be hard for guys like Raymond Ford to do that because he just don't fight that way. So if they were to fight, a lot of people think it's a 50-50 fight. They see the bad blood there and all of that. Yeah. I think Shakur Foster is a highly slept on, tough fight for anybody from 135 pounds down. And I think The only guys that I'm picking from 130 to beat him and down, I think I can see a Rafael Espinoza moving up. I can see Emmanuel Navarrete with his style giving O'Shaquie Foster a lot of problems because both of those guys are aggressive. They're used to fighting on their front foot. They're used to breaking distance, and they're used to coming at you. But these boxers that are back foot counter punchers, moving away from you, I think those guys got their hands full with O'Shaquie Foster because he's longer than them and he's just as fast and he's very skilled and he can just keep them at a distance and make them fight in a way that they're not comfortable with. And so I think he's a problem. I think Ray Ford got his hands full. He'll take another L messing around with Shaq Foster, man.
Oh yeah. O'Shaquie, he's not a super great at what he does, but he's great in everything he does. Everything. On jab, on punching, establishing the distance, ring IQ, ring generalship. He does everything well, and that's a problem. And he will press the action, just like he did with Steve Fulton. Steve Fulton was trying to show him that he had hand speed. O'Shaquie pretty much shut that down.
Bozy Ennis just didn't know what to say in that fight. He was like, man, I just wish my son was in this corner. I don't know what you doing. I wish I was talking to Boots right now because I can't get you to do nothing.
I know.
This boy putting feet on you, boy. He's throwing you out.
And Shaq, he was serious and now he's starting to get that notoriety, and now people starting to see what he's about now. And now he calling people out, and a lot of people ain't answering. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? So
now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because we're talking about O'Shaquie Foster. You said he calling a lot of people out. One of those people, he called out Gervonta Tank Davis.
Yes,
and I think that would be a good fight, be a really tough fight for Tank, in my opinion. But I wanted to. Did you see the interview that O'Shaquie Foster did on Ring Magazine?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you what? But without me saying it, did you pick up on anything? What's your thoughts on that interview? Just him calling out Shakur, calling out Tank, the way the interviewers were asking them questions, kind of their reactions to his comments. What did you think of that interview that he had over there on Ring Magazine where he was calling everybody? I even called out Raymond Murataya too. Just your thoughts on that interview, man. What you got?
I think it was a good interview. I think O'Shaquie was bold and brass and say, hey, like he said, look, I know y'all ain't gonna like this, but because he know who they guys are and who ain't. So like he said, look, Tank can beat Shakur. Tank can beat Shakur. Could they ask what you think about Shakur and Tank? No, everybody asked about Tank in interviews. So O'Shaquie Foster, I got Tank beating him. No doubt about it. And Tim Bradley, we'll talk about what he said about Tank also. But still in all, I think that was a good interview. I think O'Shaquie Foster, he wasn't afraid to talk and speak his mind. Let me put it that way. So he pretty much had them like, okay, so because he ain't got no dog in this fight. All right, he don't work for them. He don't fight for them. He's not even on the same side they are. So he just told it like it was. So that's what I picked up off of it. I picked off of that aggression and answering the question honestly and thorough as he could. That's what I picked up off of that.
Yeah. I picked all it up too. Another thing, if you go back and watch it, you'll see that the interviewers are doing their best to squash any Tank Davis talk, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to big up him. They want to act like he's not the biggest fight. They don't like when fighters are calling him out, and I think that's directly at the behest of the guy that you and I both call Turkey Al-Sheed. I couldn't help but notice that if you got a fighter on your platform, if you're doing an interview, KQ, and they call out Tank Davis and they call out Raymond Murataya, I would think the Tank Davis call out would make you more excited because Tank Davis is a bigger name. That's a bigger fight. That's going to bring more traction to the sport of boxing. Not over there on Ring Magazine though. Not over there with Max Kellerman and them boys. Max Kellerman, when they called out Tank Davis, them boys was quiet as a church mouse. Then Max Kellerman, when they called out Raymond Murataya, that boy was like, ooh, okay, ooh, yeah, that'd be a great fight. Oh my God. I'm like, bro, stop all that bull crap. It got so bad, KQ. I don't know if you heard this. He was pushing for Raymond Murataya to fight William Zepeda for the ring belt. And then the winner fight, O'Shaquie Foster, because once Raymond Murataya beats William Zepeda for the ring belt, Max Kellerman says that that the winner of that fight will be the champion in 135 pounds. That there'll be nobody else that can say they're the champion if Raymond Murataya beats William Zepeda for the ring belt and then fights O'Shaquie Foster. I said, boy, you got to be out your mind. Why would William Zepeda get a shot at the ring belt when he just lost? He's not even a champion. So you ain't got to worry about Tank Davis. You ain't got to worry about Abdullah Mason. You just get to beat William Zepeda and become the man, huh?
Right. Max Kellerman is all in. He is all in kissing that ass. He's all in for a man, a yes man. That's all. He's all in.
Yeah, I say all that to say, KQ, the agenda that they have clearly over there is sickening and it's crazy, bro. And I just wanted to know if you picked up on it. But if you didn't, go back and just listen to their reactions when O'Shaquie Foster called out Tank compared to when he called out other fighters, bro. Like it's crazy the way that them boys is up there acting. But that's all I got on it, man. You told me you said Tim Bradley. You said Tim Bradley said something, man. What did he say?
Man, he was saying about Gervonta Davis is wasting. I wrote it down because I was going to talk about it. Tim Bradley said that Tank is wasting his prime years. Now, he go on to say that, hey, he wish he can get in Tank mind. He wish he can say, because then he went on, of course, elaborating that, listen, Tank, hey, he stopped Barrios. He stopped Ryan. He stopped Pitbull. He was just saying all the champions that fighting each other, this and that. Tank stopped them all. And he believed that Tank is wasting his prime years right now. And shout out to manager Marty. But in 2023, he said Tank is a piece of shit. He said, Tank, he's a piece of shit. I don't like him. But now he like him. He can wish he can get in his body. That's what he said, So, but I don't think Tank is wasting his prime. Tank only been out the ring maybe 1 year this month, and so he's right back in there. I'm quite sure because I hear something going down the pipe on Netflix. So, he's not really missing a beat, really. I mean, sure, it's been some setbacks, but it's nothing that nobody else hasn't been through, So, but Tim Bradley, he's a wishy-washy. On 1 week, he's this way. The other week, he's that way. But one thing about it, if you fight for top rank, he's going to be on your side 100%. And Tim Bradley wasn't even that damn a good a fighter. So I'm sorry. I'm serious. He had one damn good fight with Bukowski. I think I can't pronounce the name. Bukowski, and that was it. He wasn't no hell of a fighter. I mean, come on. So how can you critique a other fighter, and you ain't one, you want shit, so, but anyway, that's what he said. What's up, Dre the Finest? What's going on, man? What's up, Josh Sanders? What's happening? So that's, so that's basically what he was saying about Tank. And I don't think he wasting his prime. I think he right where he should be. Cause he can get better. Yes. There's more things he can do well. But right now he's doing just as much as everybody else is doing. Put it that way. He's still the face of boxing, in my opinion. Okay. Somebody get out. Okay, knockout. He dropped off, y'all. He'll be right back in. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, he got kicked out by mistake. Okay. Well, I don't know by mistake. I don't know what happened. But anyway. So, like I said, Tim Bradley he just a wishy-washy. He just a wishy-washy. Okay, there you go. Okay, come on, baby. I got you. No, he still can't get up there. Can't get up, baby. Man, what's happening? Nope. Come back in, man. Yep. Yep. Man, yeah, come back in, bro. Yep. Anyway, let me go. I'm finished talking about Tim Bradley. Okay, he gonna try again. But anyway, it was a hell of a card last night. I enjoyed myself, and I thank y'all for coming out too. The people that came out last night, and I appreciate everybody that supported the channel last night. So, but anyway, Knockout, he'll be right back. He was having some technical difficulties this morning, so he's doing the best he can this morning, though. All right. So, but still in all, so with Tim Bradley, like I was saying, I think Gervonta Davis is just what he need to be, and things. Everybody have problems. Everybody has something that's going on the outside. So, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, let's try it again.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know what happened there, bro. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either, man. It's all good though. So basically, that's what I was saying about Tim Bradley while you was out. That's basically
I heard everything you said. I turned it on my phone so I wouldn't miss nothing.
Okay,
that's crazy. Yeah. You kind of alluded to it when he was talking in 2023. He had a job at ESPN. Now he's talking in 2000. Okay. Now he's talking in 2026. He just got that YouTube job. He ain't got no job right now. He over there on YouTube with us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now that tune might have changed a little bit. I would just say, I don't understand how you wasting your prime years when your contemporaries are trying to copy everything that you did in your prime years. Like that's just a fact. And to hear people talk about it, bro, it's just funny to watch and see with my own eyes what's really happening, but then hear how people talk about what Tank Davis has going on. Like you said, Tim Bradley says he's wasting his prime years. Well, Shakur Stevenson is spending his prime years trying to fight former Tank Davis opponents that he fought in his prime years. Devin Haney's biggest fight right now, his biggest legacy fight, his biggest notoriety fight, the fight that is the biggest of his career, is somebody that Tank Davis knocked out during his prime years.
Wow. Yes, it is.
Two of the four champions in the welterweight division are former Tank Davis knockout victims. These are all things that he did in his prime years. So how was your prime years a waste when you basically created your own little world of fighters that everybody's trying to fight, of fighters that have become champion after you? Pitbull Cruz became a champion after Tank. Ryan Garcia is a champion after Tank. Mario Barrios was a champion after Tank. Rolly Romero was a champion after Tank.
Exactly.
How is that a waste, bro?
Right.
Because all of these guys that people try to put on a pedestal, they put like, oh, this guy's on the pound for pound list over him. Oh, this guy's on the pound for pound list over him. Cool, no problem. But explain to me how they're reaching back down, allegedly, like back down to try to fight his leftovers, bro, or try to fight somebody that he fought before. I see Trey in the chat. That's another one. Keyshawn Davis. He's allegedly supposed to be filling the void, but he's trying to fight Drawmont Roach right now, though.
That's what I'm saying.
I just think it goes back to what we were saying, and I'll land my plane here. I think it goes back to what we were saying about O'Shaquie Foster and this push to try to act as if these other guys are the superstar or these other guys are doing it the right way, because they really want to do their best to move on from Gervonta Davis, but they know that his imminent return is going to mess up everything everybody else got going on.
Exactly.
So that's all I got on what Tim Bradley said, bro.
Yeah. I was going to say that too, because they hate that Gervonta Davis is coming back. They don't like that because, first of all, they about to hear it in every interview. They about to hear it every time a conversation come up about anybody, and they don't want that, because Shakur is spending a lot of money on a PR person because he's all over the place on boxing channels or not, and he's trying to get his image up. But you can't make nobody like you, Shakur. You can't make nobody think you're exciting and you're not. Okay, you can't do that, son. All right. So therefore, you got other fighters like Devin Haney. Nobody want to fight this guy. Nobody. Everybody's Zayas. He said, I got other shit and fish to fry. Crocker, sorry, no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. And of course, other fighters. Now, Conor Ben gonna fight what? Reason Pro, right? Come on, really? But anyway, but that's what they're doing. And now Devin Haney is kind of like in a trick bag now. Because nobody want to mess with the Haneys. Haney's got a bad name in the sport of boxing right now with all the promoters. So, but anyway, shout out to Isaiah, the young brother with the $2 holler. He said, Tim Egghead Bradley takes are stupid shaking my head. Yes, they are. Very stupid, sir.
Oh, man.
What's up, Joseph Jackson? What ran you over this?
Yeah, Joseph in the building, man. Over here trolling, up to his trolling and you know how he do. Man, so I want to ask you, or I want to talk to you about this Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia situation. Did you see that they had them a little back and forth yesterday?
Yeah.
And Ryan Garcia
last night, so I missed it.
So Devin Haney wants Ryan Garcia to get into VIDA testing before they even negotiate. Ryan Garcia said testing right now, no problem. Ryan Garcia said the problem with Devin Haney is he think he the A side. Devin Haney says you lost your last fight. I'm a pound for pound fighter. I'm on the pound for pound list, and I'm ranked right now as the #1 guy in the division. If you don't want to fight, just say so. Basically alluding to the fact that he thinks that he's the A side because of those reasons right there. KQ, who's the A side and the B side when it comes to Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney? And who really is acting right now like they trying to publicly negotiate their way out this fight? What do you think of that back and forth?
Now, I'm gonna take my bias out of this and just give it to you like this. Devin had done a lot when Undisputed, all that good stuff, and the way he went Undisputed, I'm gonna leave it like that. Now, of course, now we got to fast forward to today, right now. And right now, Ryan has a belt. Ryan is a champion. Ryan is popular right now. And right now, Devin is coming up with everything for Ryan to do. And you know he's going to say no to some things. Or he might surprise Devin and say, okay, everything you want, I got it. Let's go. But Devin don't want this fight. Devin don't want this fight. Now, I can say he can look back and say when they fought, and here I go again, they always talking about that Austrian. All right. Now, he is a clean fighter right now. Today. Let's fast forward to today now. Let's not worry about what happened yesterday. And when he beat Devin ass, knocked him down 5 times, that last effect is still on Devin Haney's mind. I don't care what nobody say. He knows what Ryan got. And now we saw the right hand. First all he had was a left hook. Now he got the right hand now. And I think Devin Haney is trying to do everything in his power to make Ryan say, okay, you know what? No fight. Because Devin don't want to fight this guy. Because Devin knows that this guy is big, same size, and this guy gonna press you and press the action and bag your ass up. Devin has a jab and grab. That's his game plan, a jab and grab. And so that's what I think, knockout. I think Devin don't want this fight at all.
Well, I think Devin Haney is full of shit. I think Bill Haney is too, and let me explain why. You can catch a super chat. Go ahead, catch a super chat.
A shout out to my man Tim Carey. Yes, sir, not Jim Carey. $2
Listen, bro.
Fighters can be the A side. Yeah,
he said they can't. No, he said they can't be. He said they can't be.
Oh, they can't be. Okay.
Yeah, he said they can't be.
A side. Okay.
So I think Devin Haney. I think that was a bad. I think in that exchange, Devin Haney really made himself look bad. And the reason I say that is because when you start having A side, B side conversations, the things that Devin Haney was bringing up, KQ, they don't mean anything in that conversation. He says that he's on the pound for pound list, and Ryan Garcia is not on the pound for pound list, and that he's ranked #1 in the division, and Ryan Garcia is not ranked #1 in the division. Number one, Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney rankings in the welterweight division mean nothing because right now, Canelo Alvarez is not number one in 168 pounds, but he's the A side over everybody. Canelo Alvarez is not on the pound for pound list, but Dimitri Bivol is. And if they fight, who you think gonna be the A side? They have Shakur Stevenson on the pound for pound list right now, and Tank Davis is not on the pound for pound list. If they fight, who you think the A side is? So the things that he was bringing up don't mean anything. The fact of the matter is, when I look at you and you fought on my undercard and I was the main event, you're the B side to me, bro. When I look at you and my last fight was the main event and your last fight was on David Benavidez's undercard, you the B side, bro. When I look at you and I'm the one with all the options you claim you have, they really want to fight me, I'm the A side, bro. Like, I don't know what Devin Haney is talking about or what planet he's on or where he living at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what he's on, bro.
I don't know.
Ryan Garcia is clearly the A side over him. And if Ryan Garcia has already conceded that that he's willing to do the type of testing that Devin Haney wants to make the fight happen, Devin Haney shouldn't be asking for shit else. It should be nothing. It should be nothing else to get this fight. Your biggest thing should have been testing. And if you're getting the testing that you want, you have no leverage for anything else. The fact that he's showing the confidence that he's gonna whoop your ass and he'll do the testing just to get your ass in the ring, might have him spooked. It might be what you say. He might not want the fight. But from my purview, the hardest hurdle to the fight has already been overcome if Ryan Garcia is willing to do the testing that Devin Haney wants. So what else are we talking about here, bro? I know you're not trying to haggle for money. I know you're not trying to haggle to try to walk out last. I know you're not trying to do a coin flip to be 50-50 in the purse split. I know that's not what y'all talking about.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? You got your testing already, bro.
Yeah,
that's really the only thing that should matter, because that's the only reason Ryan Garcia beat you in the first fight, right? Because he's dirty.
Right.
That's what y'all say. That's what his fans say. That's what the channels that not gobble them say. So run the fight now, bro. Run the fight, because Ryan Garcia looked like he right there ready. And Devin Haney fans were telling me Ryan Garcia was ducking Devin Haney. Don't look like it to me.
No.
Don't look like it to me. And when you drop somebody 6 times in a fight, and you've always been able to beat them since y'all was kids, why would you duck them? It never made sense to me. So we'll see what happens. But I think Devin Haney, I think Ryan Garcia is the fight that we need in the welterweight division. It's the biggest fight in that division. And Devin Haney needs to stop looking for excuses to try to act like he got a leg up on Ryan Garcia. You don't, bro.
Right.
You don't. Your daddy has to go on channels for 7 hours straight, lying and begging for the fight. Ryan Garcia ain't got to do that, bro. His daddy ain't got to do that, fam. So make the fight happen if y'all really want it. If not, stop acting like you do and stop bluffing, man.
You know, everybody always say these fighters are not scared. These guys are not scared to fight each other. And maybe they're not, but they're not blind. They're not blind. Now, you can say what you want on Devin and Devin fans, channel, whatever. When Ryan fought that night and won that belt, we saw a focused Ryan. Devin seen a focused Ryan. We saw Ryan throwing straight rights and scoring over right hands over Barrios. And Barrios ain't no slouch either. So Devin saw that. Devin saw how aggressive Ryan was. So therefore, Devin think, hey, you know what? Maybe I better leave this guy alone. Now he's saying that to himself, not out loud though. Now listen, I don't trust how people what come out their mouth, but I trust their actions, and that's what Devin Haney actions are. Just like you alluded to, Knockout. He coming up with stuff that's not even relevant, not really relevant, you know. So I mean, just say, hey, look, I'm looking at this direction. Ryan said, hey, he'll fight Shakur or anybody. So okay, Devin, let's make it happen, you know. And that is a big fight because everybody want to see Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, a clean Ryan Garcia, and go back in there and see a Devin Haney without house shoes on, and man, get busy. That's what we want to see. That's a good fight, though. That's a great fight.
Yeah, that's a damn good fight. That's a fight everybody want to see. It's a big fight, man.
Yes, sir. What's up, what's up, Toya? What's going on, Top Dog Toya in a super chat? He's the best singing OG in the game. I appreciate that, Queen. All right. Thank you for coming out this morning. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. All right.
So I wanted to ask you this because I see BVO in here. He brought something up in the chat,
BVO,
and I did a video on this, man. David Benavidez says that the Jai Opetaia fight would have been easier to make if Jai Opetaia wasn't with Zuffa in this war that's going on between Zuffa and PBC and these promoters. They going to war right now for the control of boxing, or for the market here in American boxing. What do you, David Benavidez seems like he continues to get blocked from big opportunities and blocked from big fights by Turki Al-Sheikh. What do you think is going on there, man? What do you think of David Benavidez's comments about fights being harder to make, and he don't think he'll get Jai Opetaia because Jai Opetaia went over there to Zuffa?
Yeah. Turki wants you to either play with him. If you're not on his side, he don't want to deal with you. And right now, David, he's fighting his way to the top. And I mean, he's getting out the mud. So whoever he put in front of him, he's going to fight him. Now, Turki, he might try to stop him for getting the top guys. But look at Opetaia. You can't call yourself a champion either until you fight the best in your division. So both of them kind of like stuck. Now, Turki, you hurting your own guy. Because how can you call Opetaia the champion of all champions when David Benavidez is up there? That's how I look at it. He went out again. All right. Shout out to Top Dog Toya with the 2-piece, baby, that $2 holler. She said, hi, Devin sound when asked about Ryan. He sound crazy. That's what he sounds crazy. So anyway, what's going on, Foxy Brown? What's going on, Queen? What's up, OG and Knockout? And that super chat. I appreciate you, Foxy Brown. All right, yeah, Foxy Brown. But anyway, yeah. So, but anyway, we got Young World up in here too. We got Young World up in here also. All right, shout out to Young World with that super chat. He said, OG, you ain't even going to forget about those boots Devin had on, huh? Yeah, I said them house shoes. I always didn't know what you were talking about. House shoes. What's up, KO? A salute to the chat.
What's good, Young World? Salute to you, bro. What's happening with you?
Man, you sound loud, good, man. Loud and good, man. Where you at? What you on?
I switched over to my phone because the computer kept tripping for some reason. So I'm on my phone now, man.
Oh, okay, man. I need to learn how to do that, man. Because you come in crystal clear, man. So
yeah, I'm trying to,
Yeah. Okay. So what were we talking about again? I'm sorry, I'm just getting the super chats. Yeah. So
I'm laughing because I'm seeing. I'm laughing because I'm seeing back to what we were talking about. I'm laughing because I'm seeing where this where Devin Haney got this pound for pound. I'm pound for pound, so I'm the A-side talking point from. It's funny. He got it from a trash. He got it from a trash person on Twitter, man. It's funny to look at, bro. Yeah, he got it from a garbage Twitter handle and a garbage YouTube channel, man. Straight trash, bro. Like it's crazy. People understand A-side, B-side until they don't. And to act like Turki don't have A-side, B-side, it's the stupidest shit ever, man. Turki Al-Sheikh, Canelo Alvarez was an A-side over Terrence Bud Crawford. David Benavidez was an A-side over Anthony Yard. Devin Haney was the A-side over Brian Norman Jr. Like, that's the shit I be talking about with him, KQ. And I don't mean to go on the rant, bro, but Devin Haney used his A-side status to get the type of testing that he wanted from Brian Norman Jr. But now when it's Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, now A-side, B-side don't exist no more. This is the shit I be dealing with, man. This is the double standards, the contradictions, the lies, bro. Like, so now A-side, B-side don't exist. Now it don't exist no more because you the B-side. But when you the A-side, you want to use that shit. I can't stand Haney's, bro, or they fans for the most part, bro. Because they just lie and cap all the time, bro.
man, I wish they can go back just like the court system. Roe versus Wade, right? You repeat stuff like that, right? And then another fighter did it, repeat that fighter. That's how you should do in boxing. No, the A side don't work on here, cause then you recite on something that happened in the past that don't apply, something like that. So, but listen, the Haney's been like that since day one, basically. They want to control the narrative. They want to control the whole fight. But I'm sorry, when you're an undercard fighter like Devin Haney, you got to get what you can get. And right now, I think Ryan is a more popular fighter. Ryan is more fans. He has a better fan base than Haney. Yes, Haney went undisputed. Ryan hasn't. But still, we're talking about right now. We're not talking about before. We're talking about right now. So, yeah. But still, in all, what we was talking about, David Benavidez. Now, David Benavidez, like I said, he's going back down to 168. He says, but right now, him and Zerto, that's gonna be a big fight, and Opetaia gonna want some of it. Now, of course, Zuffa Boxing said they was gonna allow him to go and fight a champion outside of Zuffa Boxing. Now, this is what I heard before, so I don't know what happened with that now. But Opetaia, you can't call yourself that guy unless you fight the guy. Like David Benavidez. David Benavidez coming up to cruiserweight. He can take over that weight class if he wanted to, if y'all don't fight. But I think that'd be a great fight with Opetaia and Benavidez. Because Benavidez is a dog. Benavidez is a monster, and so I think Zerto gonna have a hard time with him, but I think Zerto's a good fighter too. But Opetaia, I'm sorry. You said you want all this more, then bring it on. Hey, talk to Dana and see what happens. But Dana White is doing the same shit he's doing at the UFC. Same thing. UFC, they didn't deal with the what's that, PFL. They didn't deal with that UFC over there. They didn't even fight with their fighters over there. The one Clarissa Shield fought for. So now UFC, Dana White getting sued up the ass. And so he trying to play that with Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa Boxing is looking like the UFC right now. So, but that's all I got on that.
Yeah, man, Zuffa. I just hate that David Benavidez keeps getting blocked from Turkey Al-Sheikh. He blocked him from fighting Dimitri Bivol, made Dimitri Bivol drop his belt, and David Benavidez got elevated to 175 pounds. David's trying to fight Callum Smith last year so he could be a champion, but also be Dimitri Bivol's mandatory in another sanctioning body. Turkey Al-Sheikh blocks that fight and pulls a bait and switch and puts Anthony Yard in his place. David Benavidez responds to that by saying, you know what, we're going to move up to the cruiserweight and we're going to fight Zerto Ramirez. Great counterpunch by him and his team to get a big fight when Turkey was trying to block them for fights. Well, now, Turkey's response to that, he signs Jai Opetaia to Zuffa. Right. And Zuffa got their own belt. They got their own ranking system. I'm hearing that once he steps in the ring for his fight, that the IBF may strip Jai Opetaia for not recognizing their belt. Right. And so that's gonna go out the window, him being the IBF champion. And all of this is gonna keep us from getting potentially one of the best fights and style matchups that we have in the sport of boxing between Jai Opetaia and David Benavidez. Because what do many people think that will beat David Benavidez? A boxer puncher that can hurt him and stop him from coming in. Well, that's Jai Opetaia. A boxer puncher with angles and footwork that's athletic, that can turn with him and do a lot of different things to give him trouble. Like, that's Jai Opetaia.
Yeah.
What do people think? What do people think that causes Jai Opetaia problems? Somebody that can press him, somebody that can make him tired, somebody that can make him work when he don't want to work. Well, that's David Benavidez. It's a perfect matchup, bro, that we may never get because Turkey Al-Sheikh is too busy trying to have a monopoly in the sport of boxing. But people don't talk about this. And what's really frustrating, KQ, is that throughout this whole time, all of the talking points that people used to say about Turkey Al-Sheikh, instead of admitting that they're wrong, they just suddenly go silent and stop saying them. There was a time when people said Turkey Al-Sheikh cared about the fans and wanted to only do what the fans wanted him to do. Right. Turkey Al-Sheikh eliminated the side of the street. Turkey Al-Sheikh came to stop that the in-house and he wanted everybody to work together, and he was coming to save the sport of boxing. Well, now you fast forward, he created a whole new side of the street. He
There you
created a
go.
whole nother sanctioning body. He created a whole nother belt. And people are just like, okay, I was wrong about that. Let me just be quiet now. I'm not gonna say that no more. No, admit you was wrong. Admit who he
Right.
is. Say what
Then
he's doing, bro. Because he's blocking us from David Benavidez chasing greatness. David Benavidez probably got no shot to do anything at 175 now, unless Eddie Hearn is mad enough at Turkey for stealing Conor Ben to let David Benavidez fight Dimitri Bivol. Other than that, David Benavidez got no shot. He probably ain't gonna get Jairo Batalla. If Turkey has his way, David will not be able to get Dimitri Bivol or Archer Beterbiev. He's gonna have them. He might have them fight each other 5 times before he let David Benavidez get a shot at one of them boys, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See,
like he blocking David Benavidez, bro. He blocking fights, and people ain't talking about it, man.
yeah. And the thing about it is, all these promoters that he did work with, he screwed all of them. I mean, look at Eddie. He stole Conor Ben from Eddie. And Eddie, what he do? He said, I'm not going to get mad at him. I'm not going to sue him. I'm going to try to outwork him. How you going to outwork him, Eddie? How you going to outwork him? And then Don King. Don King is suing Zoo for boxing and selling. Why? For Michael Hunter and Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller. For $1 million. You know, you just gonna just say, okay, forget about the contract that I got with them, and you're gonna just take them from me. So all the promoters that he said he gonna lock up in Alcatraz, now we told them that this was gonna happen. Now Turkey laying back and did what he did, and now he about to leave the country and leaving in the hands of who? Dana White. And that's the worst person you can leave anything in charge of, Dana White. So now, great fights might not happen. Now, only fights that gonna happen is the ones that's outside of Zuffa. If you're inside of Zuffa, you're gonna dress up in the damn uniform. You're gonna dress up in the gloves, the mouthpiece, and the goddamn trunks. All right, he might make you wear the boxing shoes to say Zuffa on them.
Them boys going to private school with them uniforms on, man.
I know. So man, so all the people you was talking about, yeah, they quiet. They quiet because they were saying, Turkey the face of boxing. Turkey the face of boxing. Oh, Turkey care about the fighters. Oh, he do. He care about the fighters. Oh, man. But he don't. He don't. You know what? And Devin Haney, he's the only one. You better be lucky you got a fight or a job, Devin. Because ain't nobody else want to mess with you because you're damn daddy. So
Yeah,
Turkey's the only one.
That's crazy. Turkey out here putting these boys on the stroll, man. He got these boys. He got these boys out here. He doing dirty, but it's like you said, right? All of the people that swore by him the most are the ones that he's screwing over the most right now. Frank Warren suing him for $1 billion. Eddie Hearn got Conor Ben took. Oscar De La Hoya looking for a network deal. Like all these dudes that was holding hands with him, doing what he wanted them to do, letting them in their company. Now they all realize that he backstabbed them, man. That he was out here moving the way that he was moving, and we've been told him that, man. We've been told him that's what he was on, bro.
He's a dictator, yeah.
Man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but you got a super chat. I'm gonna let you catch that.
Shout out to Isaiah. What's going on, young brother? Again, in a $2 holler. He said Turkey about to have his own private school of boxing.
Yeah, like one of them Catholic schools where you got to wear the tie, and every day the school be Friday, 80 degrees outside. You got to have a tie on and shit to go to school like that. That's what he gonna have them boys on. But let me ask you about Keyshawn Davis, because Keyshawn Davis just called out Pitbull Cruz, believe it or not. What do you think of him? So he's calling out Pitbull Cruz. He's calling out Drawmont Roach. What's going on with Keyshawn? Is he just looking? Do he want these fights? Is he just looking for clout? What's up with Keyshawn Davis right now, man?
I think he wants a couple fights, but I think he mostly crowd chasing. I think he's trying to get his name a little bit bigger than what it is. I think he's trying to get the people out there to take him more seriously than what he is. And now he's calling out all these fighters, but I think he really, really wants to be that star. He wants to be that guy. Now, is he moving up? to 147? Most definitely he is, because he don't want to be in the same weight class as Shakur, because they are brothers. So therefore, he calling out Haney, of course, everybody, but I think he really, really, really don't want to fight Pitbull Cruz. I just think that's just a guy that he just, calling out his name. So he's just clout chasing basically. But once you put your name on a contract, then okay, then I know you serious. See, these guys do too much damn talking, and not enough signing contracts. They too much on internet. They're too much trying to make fights on the internet and without a contract. So, but I think Keyshawn just like to hear himself talk. And now, of course, he out there with doing a skit. Debo and Craig. Now what? You don't want Haney no more? You don't want Haney no more? And Haney, I think he was kind of a little scared of Keyshawn though, because he wasn't really answering him back.
He had to move on. He had to move on from Devin Haney, because Devin Haney, the A side, never sent him an offer. The A side is supposed to send an offer. That's what Haney fans say. So he never got an offer from Devin Haney, so he had to move on, man. Because you can't be waiting on Devin. And Bill Haney just did an interview where he said they're not interested in Keyshawn Davis. They're not even looking at Keyshawn Davis. That's what Bill Haney said. So
wow.
He just did that interview. They're not interested in that fight. Which is cool. What I don't like is when you hear your favorite fighter say they're not interested in a fight, but then you still call that fighter a duck. That's my problem. Like, so you hear Bill Haney say they not interested in the Keyshawn Davis fight, but then you still have Devin Haney fans say Keyshawn Davis is ducking Devin Haney. Like that's the shit that just gets on my nerves, man. Like that's the shit that's crazy. Like Devin don't send no offer. They say they don't want the fight. They're not looking at the fight right now, yet the other person's still ducking them. That's just some crazy work. But I want Devin versus Ryan Garcia, so I'm not tripping. I hope that fight happens. But as far as Keyshawn Davis, let's just add him to the list of guys that criticize, belittle, talk noise about, and shit on Gervonta Davis, but then go call out all his former opponents. So you want to fight Drawmont Roach and Pitbull Cruz? So you just want to fight? You just. So I just wonder, do they all just look at Tank Davis's resume and just pick people to fight off his resume, bro? Like, what is going on, bro? Like, what? Why are you doing that, fam? So, it just is what it is, man. I don't. We'll see what Keyshawn does. Now, I will say I can take him serious with these call outs because his promoter, Top Rank, is starting to have a really good relationship with Premier Boxing Champions. They're doing a lot of work together. So, the only thing that's confusing is, are you going to 147 or are you staying at 140? Because I think Pitbull Cruz will come up to 147 for Ryan Garcia. But I don't know if Pitbull Cruz will come up to 147 to fight Keyshawn Davis. I think he'd make Keyshawn Davis make 140 pounds to fight him. And quite honestly, KQ, I would like Keyshawn to get a Pitbull fight just to stick it to Shakur Stevenson a little bit, because Shakur Stevenson stole Timalifu from Keyshawn Davis. So Keyshawn, go ahead and get in there with Pitbull Cruz. At least that way we don't have to worry about Tank Davis having a rematch with Pitbull Cruz, because I don't think that's a fight that any of us want to see. We'd rather see Tank fight Drawmont Roach. Hell, I'd rather see him fight O'Shaquie Foster. Obviously, we all want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson, but last on that list is a Pitbull Cruz rematch. So if Keyshawn Davis can snatch Pitbull Cruz up and just take somebody that Shakur Stevenson want to fight just to get back at Shakur, I'd be all for that, because I want to see that fake brotherhood get broke up. You already know how I'm moving. You already know what I'm on. I want that fake. I want that fake brotherhood to be gone. I want that out of there.
So both guys, I mean, it's getting kind of like silly now. It's getting kind of silly now. And like I say, Keyshawn had to make his lane. Shakur got to make his lane. And but you just can't make nobody like you. I mean, Shakur, good fighter, good defensive fighter. Now he just doesn't have what we talked about this on my channel. I don't know how many times. He's just not exciting to a lot of fans. And I don't care how many PR person, how many interviews you do. And you could go on Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith, he don't know shit about what's going on. Stephen A. Smith gonna ask Shakur Stevenson, man, how come nobody want to fight you? Man, nobody want. And Shakur, I mean, dude, you make me sick sometimes, because he gonna sit there and say this. you're gonna sit there and say, well, see what it is they know me and they saw me coming up in the gym and I sparred with some of these guys and they know how good I am. So that's why they want to fight me. Yo, dumbass, do your homework. Do your homework. Man, and Shakur, you stand that big ass lie on national TV or whatever that interview was. Man, come on. That would just get me so pissed off sometimes, Just tell the truth. Man, dude, Tank sent you an offer. Stephen Espinosa told you that in your face. But you said you didn't get it. Okay. It got lost in the mail, huh? Okay.
Nah, Shakur be tripping, man.
Yeah. They know how good I am, so they don't want to get. No, they know how boring you are, right? We know how you gonna run or step back on the back foot and just trying to catch and shoot all day long. No, come on, stop that shit. Man,
That boy went and signed the Matchroom. Ain't got no fights for him, but everybody ducking him. You went and signed to a promoter that got to do cross promotions just to get you a fight, bro. Think about it. Since he left Top Rank, his fight's been cross promotional fight. Williams Zepeda, cross promotional. He was supposed to fight Floyd Schofield, cross promotional. He just fought Teofimo, cross promotional fight. The only fights that Eddie Hearn got him that wasn't cross promotional was when he was about to fight Joe Cordina, bro.
Yeah, Joe Cordina, right? And he didn't fight him.
Like, come on, fam. You signing up to be on the other side of the street while yelling people ducking you, man. You don't get your ass out of here, man. You don't get all the way out of my face. But see, Stephen A. Smith don't know that, bro. He a casual.
That's what I'm saying. He should have did it.
He don't know that.
Yeah. Right. He should have did his own homework. He didn't do that though. Man. It just pissed me off, boy, when I heard that interview, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to Mika Jones. What's going on? All right, appreciate you in the Cash App. Super Chat. All right. Which weighs more, OG? A fighter who fights current champions or a fighter who fights future champions? Well, both of them to me. All right, both of them to me. All right. Yes, sir. Knockout got knocked out again. All right. Both of them to me, though. All right. I believe both of them. I think both of them is important to me. That's what I think. So if you fight a current champion, man, you good. You fight a future champion, you still good. So that's how I see it. All right. Come on, knockout. Okay. You can't get up there, man. Okay, he popped out again. All right. Yes, sir. But that's okay. We almost done. But that's how I look at it. Malika. That's how I see it. I think both of them is good. Fight a former future champion like Abdullah Mason. That'd be great. All right. There you go. All right. That would be great, man. Especially like Abdullah Mason. That would be great. Fight him, So, but you there, knockout?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Yeah, so that's how I see it. I think.
Yeah, I love that. I love that super chat. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say there's no concrete answer, right? Because it depends on who the future champion is. It depends on who the current champion is, right? If the future champion. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. Uh-huh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if I was breaking up, but okay, if the future champion is somebody that turns out to be like a Hall of Fame fighter, like if you beat Abdullah Mason early in his career, like you said, and then he goes on to be, a multiple division champion, then that's gonna be a really good win on your resume. If you beat a future champion that's a one-hit wonder, that's not very successful, then it's not gonna look as good. If you beat a current champion, but that current champion is like a Rolly Romero or Lewis Crocker, and they don't do anything else after that, or you beat a current champion like George Kambosos, and they don't do shit after that, then it's not gonna age well. But if you go in there and you beat current champion, if Jerome Business goes in there and beats Sebastian Fundora, or he beat, it just depends, bro. It's just a hard question to answer because boxing is so subjective. It just depends on where the people at in their career, right. and when they fighting them or whatever, and what that future champion goes on to do. after you beat him. So that's just my thoughts on it, bro. That's just
okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What else you got? Knockout.
So yeah, Alexander Usyk is getting a lot of flack because he's about to fight in a WBC title fight. And he's gonna be able to cross over and fight some guy that we've never even heard of. I'm trying to find the guy's name, but anyway, he has a mandatory in Ajit Kabayal, but he's gonna be busy fighting. I'm trying to find this guy's name. It's a crossover fight. It's like against a kickboxer or something like that. And the WBC is supporting him and letting him do it or whatever. And so Ajit Kabayal is gonna have to wait while Alexander Usyk is over here doing his best exhibition crossover Manny Pacquiao kickboxer impersonation. What do you think of that? The WBC's decision to allow Alexander Usyk to cross over and fight somebody else that's not even a real boxer. You have to find his name, but what do you think of that, man?
Man, now the sanction body's giving permission to do that. He won't get at least he won't get stripped. They gave him permission to do it. Maybe just a one fight thing, maybe he just want to try something different. I mean, he did earn it. He earned to be the champion to hold the WBC belt. So maybe they give him a little, a little alley-oop to try something different.
Real quick, KQ. His name is Rico Verhoeven. He's a kickboxer. He was like the best kickboxer in history or whatever. He was the kickboxing champion in the toughest kickboxing league. And his professional boxing record is 1-0 with 1 knockout, and he beat a guy that was no wins and 5 losses. And his very next fight is about to be May 26th against Alexander Usyk. WBC is about to allow that to happen. What do you think of that?
Man, you know what? Okay, make sure y'all hit the like button, all right? Please hit the like button, all right? If you haven't. Now, I think, and I have been noticing on Usyk, he's a champion. It's like no one right now can beat him up at the heavyweight division, and now it's like he want to venture out and try new things. I had noticed that he want to do commercials and things like that that they used to do back when I was coming up, and now he want to try UFC, whatever. And he knows he's a good fighter. He knows he's very athletic. He knows he's got great foot movement, but he's getting older now. He starts slowing down a little bit, and now he can potentially, go up against guys like Shiraz or somebody like that. Daniel Dubois might want another shot at him, So, but now I think you should just want to make some money and live life. That's what it looked like to me. Because remember, he was down at cruiserweight as a champion. Then he had to fill in heavyweight, and he filled in very well. So I think he liked where he at and his position he at. So he want to try new things, I think. Enjoy that notoriety. So maybe that'd be a good thing for him and come back and still be that same Usyk. So that's what I think about it.
Yeah, I think Usyk is realizing that what's left for him is nothing but maybe a Tyson Fury trilogy, which I don't know if he's interested in, or fights against young, hungry contenders that are very, very high risk for him and very low reward, like Ajit Kabayal. Ajit Kabayal is not super young, but Ajit Kabayal is a problem. He is a problem. Moses Atwama is a problem.
Yes.
And the big pay is this Rico Van Heeren guy. I guess he got a huge following kickboxing fans. And then if you could get the Tyson Fury trilogy, because Tyson Fury's making his comeback in April. I think that may be the route that Usyk ends up going, even though he already beat Tyson Fury twice. I think that's a more when he knows he can beat him. Tyson Fury is past his prime like him. They're both older. This is their generation. I don't know if Usyk necessarily wants to pass the torch.
Yeah.
I don't know if he necessarily wants to pass the torch to these younger guys and end up losing. I think he wants to retire undefeated, to be honest with you. And I think taking fights like Rico Van Heeren, taking fights like a Tyson Fury trilogy, I think that's the way to get him is a lot of money but also keep that record intact and keep that legacy intact that he has going right now. I don't think he's gonna be passing the torch or giving anybody a shot anytime soon. So, but I do think that's trash from the WBC. How you allow this man to fight somebody who got one professional fight for a world title, man? That's just mad disrespectful, bro. That's just mad disrespectful. But that's all I got on that, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but that's all I have on it too. I'm just looking at this question, and then he agreed about Shakur's style, though. He's better than Bud.
Okay. He said he disagreed about Shakur's style and that he's better than Bud. Nah, fam. Nah, brother.
But yeah. So like I said, music, like someone mentioned in the chat about Worley, Fabio Worley. He's coming up. He's coming up. Young, big heavyweight. So usually might have problems with guys like that. So, but his day, he's getting older now. So and we need a new heavyweight in the USA. The United States need a new heavyweight too.
Man, it's over with, KQ. All our heavyweights play football, man.
Man, I know.
They're not boxing, man. It's over with for us. It's too much money. It's too much money to be made in other sports for people that size, man, for them to come to boxing, bro.
Yeah.
They're not coming. They're gonna get trained to say down, set, hook. They're gonna be on that defensive line. It's over with for us in boxing, man. It's gonna be heavyweight, gonna be the UK division or some other country division, man. Heavyweight ain't gonna be it's not gonna be an American division. Or we get the smaller weights where the guys not big enough to play football or big enough to play basketball. That's why we be running like welterweight and lightweight and super welterweight, because our heavyweights they got other options to go get them big old contracts in them other sports. But let me ask you this, man. Jerome Boots Ennis, before we go. Eddie Hearn was talking about Jerome Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz. He says it's a bit of a mess. If him and Virgil fight, it'll be the biggest American fight in boxing. But Virgil Ortiz is dealing with his Oscar De La Hoya lawsuit, and I don't think we're gonna get that fight, man. Do you have any hope that we're gonna get Jerome Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz in the ring this year?
No, I don't think so. If so, we would have got it by now. Now we're talking about courtrooms. We're talking about suing now, and that's gonna take forever. They put a stop to it when it was going to happen. Now they put a stop to it, and I mean it just, just bad for both guys, for both camps. But it would have been a good fight. Now I don't know about fight of the year or nothing like that until the fight happens. But yeah, that would have been a good fight. I think Boots want to show everybody his style. And this is the thing about Jerome Ennis, and shout out to Philadelphia, dude. All right, Bozy had a young man last night named Davis, I believe. Davis from Philly, and he didn't do nothing last night. But anyway, Jerome Ennis should have been a star by now, knockout. He should have been a star way above what he at now. And now, I don't know, maybe Eddie need to walk away. I mean, Jerome need to walk away from Eddie, because Eddie is not delivering. He is not delivering like a promoter should. Right now, he should have got over that hump, and this fight should have took place already. And it's not working out for him. It's just not working out. Both guys, Eddie and Boots, they don't mesh. Eddie only care about UK fighters. When you got a guy like Conor Ben making $12 million for a bragging right fight with Chris Eubanks, a damn junior, at 160. I mean, come on. He's only interested in those guys and fighters over there. So Jerome got to get out that contract and get with a promoter that gonna give him fights, because he's behind. He's still in his prime, but he still is not on top. He should be on top right now. When Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford's gone, he should be the man. He should be the man right now at the welterweight division, at the 154 division. He should be that man to beat. But he can't get no fights. Eddie's not delivering. And now they tied up in court now. So, man, sometimes you just got to move on. you got to move on, and that's what I see. And that's
yeah,
what
the sad part, KQ, is I believe that Eddie tried. I just think that he just can't get. He just not good. Like people be thinking Eddie Hearn is not a good negotiator, man. His fighters always end up going to purse bid when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
He can't seem to get anything done when it comes to Jerron Boots Ennis. He couldn't get anything done with Devin Haney. He couldn't get anything done with Demetrius Andrade. He just not good at getting big fights made for some reason, bro. Like you said, you alluded to it. So you got $12 million for Conor Benn to fight Chris Eubanks Jr. Where was that negotiation tactics to get the zone to put up whatever it costs to get Virgil Ortiz in the ring through Golden Boy? Why did Virgil Ortiz have to potentially leave Golden Boy, try to breach a contract, sign a deal with Matchroom, go direct? Like, why did he have to do all that? Why can't you seem to work with these promoters to get this fight done, bro? He can never seem to get the fight done that we really want to see when it comes to these Black American fighters. You just said it. So I'm with you on Boots, man. If Boots can't get a big fight this year, if he's unable to get a championship fight, then bro, it's time to move on. You can't get Virgil in the ring. If you can't get Josh Kelly in the ring, if you can't get Xander Zayas in the ring, bro, I don't know what to tell you. And what really ticked me off about Eddie Hearn, bro, is during this weekend, KQ, he said that he want to make Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly, Jerron Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, and have the two winners fight each other. But you also claim that you already had Josh Kelly sign to fight Jerron Boots Ennis going into the Baccarat fight. Why would you want your Josh Kelly to fight a champion from Top Rank instead of setting Boots up to where, hey, if Boots don't get Virgil, then I'm making Josh Kelly fight Jerron Boots Ennis? Why don't he do? Why does it seem like he's trying to give Josh Kelly to Xander Zayas? You should be giving him to Jerron Boots Ennis so that Jerron can be champion and have more leverage.
Yeah.
But he's making stupid moves. And I don't know if they're stupid or if he's doing it on purpose, because this is the second time he did Jerron Boots Ennis like this at 147 pounds. He was trying to get Conor Benn 147-pound fights that should have been going to Jerron Boots Ennis. And now here he is trying to give Josh Kelly a 154-pound fight that should be going to Jerron Boots Ennis. Jerron Boots Ennis is Xander Zayas is mandatory in the WBA. Why are you trying to make Josh Kelly versus Xander instead of making Xander fight Boots? Or make him drop the belt because he ducked Boots. Now Boots gets to be a champion, and now you have two champions in matchroom boxing, and now you can make the unification.
Exactly.
But he's just doing crazy shit. So I'm out on Eddie Hearn. I'm a huge Jerron Boots Ennis fan.
Yeah.
I'm on Jerron Boots Ennis to get the hell away from Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn ain't doing nothing for him. And that's all I got, KQ, man. That's really it, bro.
Yeah. Boots, he need to get away. And who can get him the deal? I don't know. I think that ship has sailed, and maybe they can try again. But like I say, I don't know how long he signed with Eddie. So I mean, Eddie just bad karma. He just bad. You know. And
Virgil, and you said it, Virgil, man. Remember how long Mikey Garcia was in litigation with Top Rank before he got the fight again?
Oh yeah.
Virgil Ortiz mess around, be out the ring for 2 years, man. If Golden Boy won't if they can't figure out this legal matter and all that stuff. So we'll see how that plays out. I think it's time for Boots to move on, though, KQ. But that's all I got, man. Let everybody know when you live. What you got going on this
all right. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all hit the like button too. And I will be live back. I will be back Wednesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Yes, sir. What about you, Knockout?
I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Y'all please pull up, hit the like button on your way out, and I appreciate y'all. And KQ, I appreciate you yet again, brother.
And I appreciate everybody that came out last night. And once again, Knockout, another good show, my brother. All right. And I definitely will talk to you soon. Okay. So with that, y'all, man, keep on living it up, y'all. And hit the like button on your way out, and I'm out. Peace. Oh.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers. And just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this.
One more time, y'all. Have a good Sunday, y'all. Peace.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers and just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.
In my lifetime, haters tried to put me down, telling me things I couldn't do, and goals I won't achieve. Even my best friends used to tell me that I wouldn't amount to much, but thoughts like those I could not perceive. So I got diamond rings and pearls. I got loot and brand new cars, and who would have thought that I'd make it this far? Now that I made it, and I did it by myself. What do all you haters have to say now? Oh, I'm not upset about it, but this will teach you not to doubt it. And no, you cannot be I got a crib and lovely girl.